Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of The Peacemaker's Vengeance by Gary Svee, narrated by George Guidall. This book is copyrighted 2003 by Gary Svee. This recording is copyrighted 2004 by Recorded Books. In turn-of-the-century Montana, there is a fine line between those who serve the law and those who break it. Sheriff Frank Drinkwalter might have walked that line in his youth, but the love of one woman changed his ways. Now, years later, Catherine Land, the love of his life, is coming to Eagle's Nest, Montana. But there's a dark cloud on the horizon and a bitter chill in the air. And now, The Peacemaker's Vengeance.
Chapter 1. Damn wind. Mac McPherson wanted to hide from it, drop behind a tombstone and wrap himself in his arms and legs for warmth. It stung his eyes with dust and his body with cold. If they didn't get Deke underground soon, they'd have to bury Mac, too. Most likely they wouldn't even haul him home. They'd just toss him in a hole and cover him up. His ma would come out later when the wind had died down. He was just 14, she would say, just 14, and he gave his life to report old Deke's funeral. Ben Simpkins said he'd be a fine newsman some day if he weren't so damn wordy. But his ma wouldn't say damn. Damn wasn't in her lexicon any more than the Reverend Eli Peabody had a short sermon in him. A quarter. Ben Simpkins had said a quarter to report old Deke's funeral. A quarter to stand in this wind and let the cold take Mac McPherson's life away. Mac peered through the blowing dust at Sheriff Frank Drinkwalter. Call an end to this sham, Sheriff. Say goodbye to Deke so they all could say goodbye to this wind-blown graveyard. Sheriff Drinkwalter leaned away from the grave at his feet to stare at the slate-gray sky. The wind was strong, strong enough to shake his 6-foot frame, strong enough to blow the sunshine away. Deke wouldn't be sorry he missed a day like this. He had been a tidy man, body and mind, and he couldn't understand why Mother Nature would sweep the dust off a parcel of prairie one day and sweep it back the next.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?